Good morning, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Let me stop this really quickly. All right, good morning. Dad, first on blues. What's up, Dave P? Back from his trip. Second on. I like this competition we have. Vicky, good to see you. Vance, good to see you. JT, yeah, greatest dad ever. Yep, we're working on setting up those lessons, Dad, with Vance, so it's going to be in good shape. We're going to work on Vance's musical and his Christmas gig coming up. Vicky, good to see you. Rick, I thought you were working today. All right, let's first your eyesight, now your ears. Hey, it's good to see you and everybody who is tuning in from the YouTube channel. Make sure you like this video. We're getting constantly over 10 likes now. That's kind of an important little milestone to get to at iMusicAcademy for these. I want these lives to go, especially since we're going live for the public right now and not just all of the academies. Please give us a like and let's get that algorithm continually going in the right direction. Good to see you, George. Very thankful for all of my members. All right, guys, let's go ahead and dig in. Today, what we're going to do is a little bit of review on everything. I went over to my dad's yesterday, speaking of T-Man, and he was working on the Etude, which I was really impressed with. He's a really good sight reader, and I think Dad has trouble memorizing the most, according to his words, memorizing things, but he's really good at sight reading. And so what we talked about is we went through the Etude, and one of the first things we did is we turned on his track. And so, oh, wait, hold on a second. My volume is low. All right, that's why you guys are, okay, there you go. I think we're good now. Hey, I need that kind of feedback, so thank you, Dave P. I had the low volume blues. Okay, now we should be good, right? All right, now I hope you heard what I was saying there, but the short thing is short version of all that is very thankful for all of you. Let's get those likes coming in. Let's get to 10 easily before this stream is over with. Very thankful for all of our members and our YouTube community. So we've been working on Take the A Train. As I mentioned, I went to my dad's yesterday, and he was working on the Etude, which we're gonna do that. We're gonna get the Etude going. But also, my dad was talking about he's having trouble memorizing things, but he's a great sight reader, and I was listening to him practice. So one of the things I want to encourage you guys is, in order to, we're gonna start off with me just playing a little bit of the Etude, and then we're going to talk about how to navigate your folder with all the A-Train files. So watch this. The first thing is you get your left-hand voicings going. D9, you practice that. It's really good. Really helpful to repeat these ideas. You can go 1, 6 if you want to, 5. And I made my dad get out this Etude that has the melody and the voicings. Two and 3 and 4. Here we go. Okay, let me stop it just for a second. So what I was telling my dad is one of the ways to get a lot of success with our improvisations and to get our vocabulary going is take an idea like the very first idea. Boom, ba ba doo da da bum ba da bum. And you kind of wear that out. You can do it in different keys. Hold up. Or you can do just small little sections get big wins. So, okay, whatever you're doing. So let's go back. I gotta gotta get to where I can even see what I'm doing. All right, when I do that right there, I'm building up some muscle memory and thinking about, so let's talk about what's happening here. 1, second note, minor third, major third, fifth. So it's like your C6 lick, but it's going up the scale, minor third, major third, and then you go minor third, major third, and in on the 7th. So whatever key you're in, it's gonna be the same thing, okay? Yeah, hold up. Okay, let's do that again. Boom, ba, ba, da, ba, da, ba. Minor third, major 7. So on G. Let's do a couple more keys so we can get our brains going. Same thing. And then minor third, major 7. Again, boom. Okay, so going back to C, that's the first example. What happens next? And it does this idea, which I love. One of my favorite things, you go sharp 11, up to the sharp 11, and up to the 13. And then the 9th right there. Now, I probably should play this a lot slower, just because your backing tracks, actually, we have a 110 version in your folder. So I'm going to do another tech stream very soon, but I want you guys using your backing tracks. Get you a speaker and turn it on, because it's drums, bass, and you, and that's the fun thing, is you can see what it's like to play in a trio. And then I'll do the second lick right here. And then the next part. Let's do that again. 2 and 3 and 4. All right, now I need to talk about something else. Notice that I just played the first part of the Etude twice, because it's an A-A-B-A form of the song. So I did boom ba ba da 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 ba ba da dum. And then this next part, your fingering is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, which I was listening to my dad practice this, and he was struggling with this part right here. And the reason he was because I messed up. I didn't realize that that I had a wrong fingering in there, and I still have to correct it. I had your thumb on C sharp, so that's not my dad's fault. I was like, why is he having trouble with that? So ba da 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 da. Yeah, lots of people. It is like slow is really good for A Train for sure. So I have to fix that fingering. It's 2 on C sharp. Ba-da-da. Watch right here coming up. Now 3, 4. 3, 4, 2. All right, now let's before I make up this Etude again, let's go ahead and actually pull it up so you guys can see it. Okay, so the first part we just did. When I'm playing this E, A, and D, it's going to get in the way of the melody, so I left this off, this first part. I just did E and A since we're going to kind of play it in the right hand. But when you're improvising, you just go E, A, and D. That would be a nice little C major voicing. So here we go. And the next part. And right here, you can practice this really slowly. 3, 4, 2 is what it should be. 3, 4, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to add back in, by popular demand, the E natural. And then we do this. So even this right here is something you want to practice and isolate. It's the C triad coming down. C, G, E, and C. And the fingering is, you can go 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's see what I really do. That's what I do. 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. I want you to notice that after I do 3, 2, 3 on the first part, it's all 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That way you can play that idea all the way up and down the keyboard. And as I mentioned yesterday, you can go You can go triads. You can go and on D. Right? So let me just demonstrate messing around with that one measure, that one idea of triads down by a half step. I go. Let's try it on G. Whenever I'm doing this and I'm thinking 2, 5, 1, so I just did it over D as well. I went. But when I go over the D to 2, 5 of C major, so D, G, C, I can really think of the C chord over the D minor and the G, because really that's the flat 7 of D minor. And the 11th, if I want that, and that's the 13 on the G, 13, and that's the 3rd, or the 4th to the 3rd. I could try to go D minor and then, but I think it's almost sometimes better just to stay simple and do C major more. So let me just demonstrate that. 2, 3, and 4. And D. Here we go. Two and 3. Now let's do it on F. Watch. F triad. Do whole tone scale. Let's go back to the and for another time, we'll work on what I just did there. So this idea of triads, it's just a really fun thing to do. You go C triad, down a half step. G is part of the C triad, so is that. But when I do this right here, I'm doing the same thing. C, and I'm surrounding the note, and then I go G, which is part of the C triad. Same thing, that's the E is part of the triad, and you can repeat that all the way up and down the keyboard. 3, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 4, 3. Isn't that kind of fun? If you guys will remind me about that, I'll write that out for you. But that's a fun trick to do as well. And with my lessons with Diego, I was showing him that yes, you can take your C triad and do it in second inversion and go minor third, major third, and then the same thing on the F sharp, which is the tritone, and there's your C triad. Here's your C triad, second inversion, so you can go. That's a nice little fun idea you can do. And I'll get back to the Etude in just a second. Here we go. All right, let me stop that really quickly and check on the chat. I've been absent from the chat for just a few minutes. All right, yeah, so good to see Rick. And let me see. to have Rick in the chat this morning. I thought he was going to be at work. Jeffrey, the most consistent man at iMusicAcademy. All right, very good. Like the song Mona Lisa. I don't even know what you're talking about. I got to go listen to that. Oh, yeah. Mona Lisa, da da dee da da, ba ba da. A little bit different, maybe, of the melody. All right, now let's keep going down. So the point of what I'm showing you guys now is we've been working on this Etude, but in order to really get it, we have to isolate some of the ideas. Let's do this very first thing where you go second note of the scale, minor third, major third, fifth, sixth, and then up to the root. And then we go minor third, major third, this. So let's do it in B flat. We're going to go, B flat scale has two flats, B flat and E flat. So right here, minor third, and we go minor third, major third, 7. Okay, same thing, E flat, we would go. Okay, all right, so notice that I'm trying to internalize just this one idea so that anytime you play Take the A Train, you get to a C chord, you can go boom, ba-da-boo-da, bum, ba-da-dum. So even this second idea, D7 sharp 11, you have options. You can play this idea that we've been working on, which is such a great idea there, or you can do a whole tone scale. D up to E is a whole tone away, F sharp, G sharp, B flat. And the scale fingering I like for the whole tone scale for D is D, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I like 1, 2, 1 for me. I like that. And notice that the C whole tone scale and the D whole tone scale are the exact same notes. All right. All right, now let's keep going down the Etude. We just did this part, the third line, and we did this augmented thing. And what I think Rick and we talked about yesterday, of this idea of the augmented triad. That's D major. You augment it by raising the fifth up a half step. Now you have a D augmented triad. And we just take that 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and get used to playing that up the keyboard. I feel like it's a Duke Ellington-esque thing that he would do. I mentioned that yesterday, but it's so important to you know, these fun little stylistic things that you can do. That I'm just doing 1, 2, 3. You can do 1, 2, 4 if that's better for your hand. And you could go, if you wanted to go do something flashy like that. I used to do a lot more of this than I do these days, but I'm going to start doing it again. I used to. When I studied my classical studies, I would do stuff like this. Maybe it's from my studying Ravel and Debussy and other classical composers, but I take an idea and I do the same thing in both hands, and then I go up the octave and the same thing. I used to do that all the time. So whatever idea I was doing, I would work on it between the hands. And isn't that a fun little trick to do? So let's do that with the D augmented. And all I'm doing is going D, F sharp, A sharp, and I do it again. And I'm playing a D at the top. Let's mess around with that and see what happens. All right, Jeffrey is the like minister. So Jeffrey is going to keep us informed there. We're at 8, he says. Surely we can do better than that. Okay, let's hit play on the track, and let me demonstrate this. We're going down the page, showing you how to use these ideas. Remember the first one we said we can go, how about this? Or, and I get to do it again. Now I'm going to do it again. Watch. Come down the scale. Let's do that again. All right, let's try that again. 3 and 4. All right, now, Jeffrey, thank you for keeping us updated. 11 likes. All right, we've already surpassed our goal of 10. Okay, now, do you guys understand of how I'm simplifying the material? Boom, ba ba da 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 ba ba da da, and really kind of getting it into my playing, right? So then the next part is this whole tone thing we have going on, and we know that I'm just adding this idea of this technique I used to do a lot is combine my hands, and I'm going to start doing it a lot more because I like the feel of that, especially for solo piano. If I was doing I could go, let's see. Let me think how I would do it. I'd probably do it in more of like a cadence kind of thing. Like I could go, let's see. I don't know how I would use it, but I like the idea. I know how I'd use it. I would probably do it if I was doing like if I was doing a rubato intro and I go, and maybe what you could do is like we've been doing the Barry Harris kind of thing. So let me I'm giving you like a little fun way that I like to think about here is I know I'm not like teaching you specifics right in this very second. What I'm hoping that you understand is I'm taking one idea and not only am I trying to get it to flow myself, but I'm trying to say, well, how could I use this in something? I know that I can make it work inside the trio thing that we just did, and I go, but I'm going to practice it slow, and I'm going to practice it as small amounts of material, and I go 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So then maybe I go, all right, there's Barry Harris right there, and we go. Or I can't get there because of the stand, but I want to go all the way up the keyboard. I want it to sound like this here. I want it to sound like an ocean kind of sound, right? Kind of like Debussy or Ravel. I mean? Like, just have fun with it, right? That's just one little idea for me to be working on to get that back into my playing. All right, now let me keep going down here, and let's do a few more things. So Dad was also working on this right here, this part. That's whole tone again. If I was doing this is a great idea for you to play anytime you get to that part in the song, right? You go, let's turn on the track, and it's D7, and you're using the whole tone scale once again. So maybe at first I'm here. Right here. Now do that lick, first lick. Again. Here we go. How about this? Here we go again. Boom, ba, da, doo, da, 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 doo, 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 ba, bee, boo, doo, da, da, da. How about this? Here we go. In the Etude, this is in the Etude, and I know it. Here's our new idea. 3, 4. How about this? Again. Next line. Here we go. And this is in the Etude that I wrote out just for you. Dee-ba-doo-da-da-da-doo, dee-ba-doo-da-da-da-boom. Da-da-da-ba-ba, ba-da-ba-bang, ba-ba-da-da-da-da-da-da. Let's do yard work. Watch this. Memphis. Memphis. Two and 1 and 2. Is in the Etude that I wrote out just for you. Bo-doo-da-bee, bo-doo-da-da-da-boom, ba-bo-doo-da-da-da-boom, boom-ba-doo-ba-doo-ba-ba-da-da-da, doo-doo-bee-da-dee-da-da-da-da-da-da, boo-da-boo-da-da-da-da-da. Whole tone. Whole tone. Okay, now we have about 4 more minutes we're going to go in this live. And although I originally wanted to do all of the the comping chords that are inside your folder. I really feel like what we did today is so important, and I did this little shift because of hanging out with my dad. Like, you guys had this etude is just one of many, many, many things. You have the melody, you have the voicings, you have all this stuff. I want you to be able to play the melody with the left-hand voicings, but I also want you guys to take this material and really dive in. That's why I write these PDFs. It's not, ultimately, it's not so that you can go, It is that, but then you take it, make it your own. Well, how are you really going to get this? You're going to do exactly what I've been practicing. You notice that I've really only played like 3 or 4 different things. Like this first lick, and a whole tone, and this. And then I'm going to get to do that again because it goes back to the A again. Ah, see how I did that again? Now watch. Now watch this. Here, this is in the etude. This is in the etude that I wrote it just for you. Now let's put yard work, and let me show you how this works. Going to do some yard work. This is in the etude that I wrote out just for you. All right, let me stop at this and check on you guys. All right, what's the lesson for today, everyone? That's kind of a scary thing to ask Vance. What's the lesson for today? I think one of my favorite Vance-isms from yesterday was he said, oh, I wish I had it. He was like, now I know it, but I don't know it at all, or something. I can't remember what you said. Vance can remember. It's one of my favorite lines from yesterday. All right, hold on a second. Jeffrey says, the train horn there sounded as if you were playing the head. Yeah. So I don't know which part you're talking about, but I do want to remind everyone that as you're going through this tune, even, you have the melody. This G sharp there is part of, and this intro is what makes A Train so nice and so recognizable, is that note right there, right? And it has some really awesome stylistic things. And I'm telling you, when it comes to this, you put all of that into your playing. And if you look in your folder, it's all written out. All that is a C triad, and you go down to the sharp 5. Today's lesson is marry up. That's funny. All right, now it's 8:40, and did we lose Rick? I want to see if Rick's still here or not. I'm really happy that Rick was able to join us for a while. So notice, guys, that when I go to the F, here's a good important thing, and I go This is in the Etude. When it's doing that, I'm doing two things. F6 to G minor, to F6 to G minor, F6, and then we go whole tone again. That's important because this is also what we've been working on lately, is the key of C, this same Barry Harris thing, but now we're actually making music with it. Doing that. Awesome, Rick. Okay, so as we wind up this lesson, what I want to encourage all of you to do is, my YouTube subscribers, my YouTube members, my Chord Academy, and All Access, I want to look at this folder really, really quickly. Do not hang up yet. You have the Etude that has your voicings written out. Very awesome to get these down. Like, this one PDF is full of tons of material. I didn't even scratch the surface with how many different things there is. There's the "Pardon Me, Roy. Is that the cat that chewed your new shoes?" I know it's always going to be funny to me. And then the next part is da 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 da. And then this, we got Ray Charles buried in there at the end. And my dad was he was owning that part. Maybe not the left-hand voicings, but he was owning the right-hand part of that yesterday. Right? That one idea, and my dad was easily playing this right here. And the reason is because we've done tons of Ray Charles repetition on that. Like this one idea, you can really own that. Like, get that in your playing so that you do it in the key of F. Same thing. Doesn't matter. Certain keys you have to adjust the fingering a little bit, but key of C, it slides 1, 2, 2, 4, 5, okay? And the next thing is, when I'm looking at this folder, look how much awesomeness is in this one folder. I don't want you to get distracted by it, though. Watch this. You have two-hand comping. This is full for those of you who read music. This is a beautiful way to play Take the A Train. Now you have these 2-5-1 voicings. Look how nice this is. Once we learn this D minor 9, advanced, don't worry, we're going to work on your left-hand voicings. D minor 9 to G13. All I have to do is put the fifth and the root up top. This is just one way of many ways you can do it. And then you have these voicings. Listen how beautiful those are. That right there, for that D7 sharp 11, has the root on top on this one. A lot of times you don't want to put the root on top, but a lot of times you do. Listen how nice and simple. We already know this 3-6-9 voicing, 5 major 7. All that's written out. And the reason I tell you that is because you could right now there's going to be a delay in this because it's inside the Google folder, but look how easy it is to pull up your own backing tracks. And you have this 2 and 3 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2. I know it's a little delay, I'm sure, but and then I improvise at 110, nice and chill. Thinking melody. I'm always thinking melody in my head, and I encourage you. And I hear, obviously. Now let me do yard work blues. Do some yard work. Do some yard work. Going to do some yard work. It's always nice to put a little blues into your playing as well. Okay, so 110. That's the second thing. It says take the A train, drums, bass, and you. 110. You have that put that into your playing. You just hit play and you have your Bluetooth speaker on, which I was doing it with my dad yesterday. He would turn on the backing track. He has the music and you're good to go. And we're going to do a tech thing very soon. You also have in here different tempos that you could use. You also have the chords with the melody, which we already did. You have the entire solo and you have wave files. So this is getting quite full for Take the A Train. I was thinking about Satin Doll next, and if you guys have another tune that we're going to add to our standards, I'm going to start doing these. We're going to start doing these a lot. Okay, I know that's a lot for today of just thinking through how you're going to practice all this stuff, but actually it's not a lot. We simplified a lot of this. I'm going to get back to our folder, and I'm going to play us out. Yeah, hey, isn't that a nice track? That was a nice track. The one that I'm playing for you through my software is kind of wonky because I can speed it up or slow it down, and that's why it sounds kind of weird, right? Yep. All right. So we can do Satin Doll next. Now watch this. So anything that you do in there, you could do, like all these things that you're learning. I could go. So I go, you can go. Right? Actually, it's the actually it goes, that's not it. It goes I could do the same thing, and then it goes up a half step, or 2, 5, and G. So you can do those simple things right there. If Satin Doll works, then that works. And I'll teach you the intro, how you can do. I'm already brainstorming. For Vance right there. All right, guys. I'll stop. Now's the time we get to say goodbye to each other. We'll definitely take Satin Doll next. 10 people watching. What questions do you have? You have 1 minute to say goodbye to each other, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for hanging out. Dave P. hung around to the end. You could go. Or from the other Etude. I think I may do that. I may take Satin Doll and show some connector ideas. Like, how do you do this idea where you go over Satin Doll? Or how do you do this? From this Etude we go. So you could go. Or maybe then right here. That's funny. Oh, that's funny. All right, Rick, good to see you. Let me say goodbye to everyone. Forgive me for planning the next song. Dad, good to see you first on. Dave P, close second. Dave, you got to be quicker than that. Vicky, good to see you. Dad, T-Man, Rick, so happy you were able to come today. And we have George. Good to see you, George. I hope I said hey to you. I think I did. But so good to see you. George has been super consistent lately. Awesome. I love it. Dave P, of course. Anybody else? Jeffrey, the most consistent man at iMusicAcademy. Always good to see Jeffrey. He's the like minister now. Vance, good to see you. Really looking forward to our lesson. All right, very good. All right, so I'm going to give an extra 30 seconds for somebody else. Memphis usually checks in really late, so I'm going to give him 30 seconds to see if he's here. And what about, did we miss Hugh today? Where's Hugh today? If anybody would like to join all the fun and get all the fun files and everything, just hit join. It's the most easy way to invest in iMusicAcademy, invest in yourself. I think you'll be really happy when you do. Grab this folder and get to work with us. But most importantly, keep practicing, have fun with everything. Yeah, George, good to see you. All right, so I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to go for another minute, and you guys can continue to say goodbye. But I'm just working on, now I'm going to think about things we can do with Satin Doll. It'll be really fun to take the same licks and put them, we'll call them ideas. I don't want to call them licks. And we'll go. I hope that you guys, for anybody still watching this, I know I'm done with the lesson today, but I hope that you understand how nice it is to simplify the material sometimes. Like, that's one little piece from that etude. Right? Things move a little slower in Memphis. Oh, maybe I'm remembering what Vance said yesterday. It was like, I told you guys that I just now, after all this time of teaching and everything, didn't realize that the ledger lines at the top, A, C, E, G, are the spaces for the left hand at the bottom. And I also said that F, A, C, E, bottom ledger lines going up, is the same as the spaces on the right hand going up. And Vance said, yeah, I didn't know that, and I still don't know that, or something like that. I can't remember exactly how you phrased it, but that was really funny. But anyway, back to this idea of material. Like this, just one idea from that PDF. And so I'm just playing it even on Satin Doll. You see how I'm simplifying the material. And then so I'm just thinking one idea. Now that's my major scale, but coming down with that half step that we need. So watch this really quickly. If you have the first 5 notes of the D minor blues scale, D minor scale, and you go, good ear training when you're doing that. All right, let's check. Let's do the last check on the likes, and I'm out. I'm going to hit refresh. See where we are. Did we achieve our goal? 11? I'm showing 11. Maybe it's more. All right, guys. Dave P., so good to see you. And I haven't forgot about your keyboard idea, Dave P. I have some ideas. I have a couple more questions for you. Yeah, Dave's leaving on a plane. We got to watch out. One day he's on the tarmac. The other time, he's still in the lesson though.